Hello everyone and welcome back to Starbound. My name's TechOrsa and today, go away, and today what I have planned is a modern house on an island. The two suggestions related to that are going to be up on screen from Nero Jojo and Vincent Carter. But anyways, I think I want to try to do a little bit of live building. Just kind of see what I can get out of this. Let me clear off my hotbar a little bit. Alright, so what I have planned here you go, is I want to make a very modern looking home. And by modern looking, I'm talking about the ones that have like the smooth looking walls. They're very boxy in shape. You'll see a little bit more of that as we go along. But first off, I do need to flatten out the island a little bit. We'll come through and landscape it a bit better. Okay, so one of the big things that I do want to note about this build, I already have a sketch for this build. Let's see, let me get towards the center of the island. And if all else fails, I can always make the island bigger, or I can shrink it to make it fit the house a little bit better. I think the island's not going to be big enough for the entire house, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So let me clean up just this last little bit. So I want it to be flat right through here. I think that should be good enough. Okay, so I'm going to start off with right here being the frontmost side of the building. Let's see, so let me get started. I've already got all the blocks that I want to use picked out. Not so certain about some of them, but for the most part I like my selection. Let me throw that right there. Alright. Water. Okay, so I'm going to get started off by putting down flooring. Seems like the logical first choice. Now, I'm not quite certain how long this is going to be. My sketch doesn't include figures like that. But let's go 100 blocks to begin with, and we'll make it longer as we need to. Oop. No, it needs to be exactly 100 if I say 100. Thank you. Alright, so what I'm using is neon blocks. They're a flat color, and they're very easy to dye. So let's see. I need to go up by 5, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the doorway. And immediately after the doorway, I'm wanting to go up into a stairwell. Maybe not that immediately. That's too close. Let me scoot back a little bit. How about 5? 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. And I want this to be at the height, or just above the height of the door. So about here, and then I'm going to put a platform across the top. Okay, and then to separate that from the rest of the build to make it look sort of like an entryway slash stairwell, I'm going to have to break up the background, and I'm going to do that either with ornate wood or ship supports. I think the ship supports are going to lend themselves better here, because they look like metal supports, which is exactly what I want. And then, let's see, I'm going to do the same thing here. And we're going to make that a little bit taller. Let's take the... Let's see, I think I'm probably going to go again with the ornate flooring. I want it to be just one above that, because that's good height for that. So I'm going to take that over to there. And what this floor up here is going to be is my bedroom. Or the master bedroom, I guess you could call it. Alright, and we're going to use ship supports again. Or should I use... No, I'm going to use the neon blocks there. Wow, I have completely made a mess of everything in my inventory already. And we've just gotten started. So let's go ahead and break that. I'm going to use the neon blocks there. Or maybe I should use, maybe concrete? Let's see how concrete looks against the neon. No, we'll use the neon blocks. Now let's see, how far back did I want this to go? Probably about 8 blocks? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or 10 blocks. 10 blocks works pretty well too. I just need to break that last one. I want to make this sort of like a balcony, so I'm going to put these fence blocks in the background. And then we're going to go ahead and dye those white. Why is it not dyeing the ones in the background? That's strange. It should have. There. Now they're dyed. Okay, so now we want to take this about 2 or 3 blocks in. So 1, 2, 3, maybe there. Up to there? Yeah, that's good. And then I want to take the ship supports all the way down to the ground and up to the next floor. And this is to establish sort of where everything is. No, I should probably keep matching. Oops. There we go. Alright, and this is going to be the second floor, where the bedroom's going to be. And we're going to go up probably about 10 on the bedroom. But first... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... There we go. And we want this to be a vaulted ceiling, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one more, so it's 10 through here. And there we go. That's the outline of the first part of the building. Wow, I've already been going for 10 minutes? That's insane. Maybe I should keep time-lapsing this. Alright, so next up is going to be the bathroom. but we need to be able to determine its position first. So we're going to go up like this. To there. So it's got to be exactly like that, or otherwise this is not going to work. So right here needs to be that wall. Okay, and then trying to emphasize that modern design. I'm going to keep this hallway short. I should probably do that with this hallway too. Sort of like that, instead of vaulting the ceiling up. That's probably a good idea. Alright, now that I've got this established, I'm going to smooth that out of the way. Then fixed camera. So from here on out, I'm going to time-lapse the rest of them, but that's how I plan on setting this up. So anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a extended intro with me live building. Hope it gave you some insight into how I'm sort of working to figure out what to place and where and why and all that other good stuff. But anyway, so a little bit more info about this build. I mean, really, I've said a lot about it already, but I guess one thing that I did leave out was there tends to be a lot of glass in builds or in houses like this. And I don't start off putting in many windows at first. I'm just trying to determine the material of the background and make sure the shape and size of the rooms are correct. And then I add in the background, or sorry, add in the windows later. About the same time I'm adding in furniture. I think that's what I typically tend to do is when I'm coming through and finishing up a build is when I'm going to add in the windows so that they match with the furniture instead of the other way around. Because, you know, in real life construction, that would totally make sense. Placing down your furniture before you place down the windows. That just, okay, so just saying that out loud, it makes me realize how absurd it is. But anyway, so I've laid out all of the structure for the house, and then I start filling in the basic background, which is just the neon blocks. I do go through and change it later, but it was just so I could get a feel of what it would look like with just the plain flat wall before changing it up any. And then in the end, I don't even I decide to not even keep the neon wall, and I opt to change it out for other materials to add spice to the build. Is spice the right word? I guess it can be used in that context. But, you know, I wanted different textures, and as you saw right there, I was actually trying to change the color of the rooms to try to get like a better looking color out of it. And there was this really weird glitch going on with the painting tool where it didn't want to paint the background unless there had been blocks in front of it. I don't know why, it was just extremely weird. But, so after all of that was said and done, I go through and I populate the house with all the furniture. It's really not too bad of a thing. I decided that I wanted to decorate the bedrooms with the figurines. So the first one I used Dreadwing and one of the Sentinel bots. In the bathroom, I put Cluex with the little sentry figurines, and a couple of those little squid things. And in the second bedroom, I put the Bone Dragon and Astronox, and a Pop Top and the baby Pop Tops, and a little Firefox, whatever it was called. I know it's not Fennerox because that's the actual humanoid creature. Okay, and then for the living room, I decided to put in a couple of HD TVs, and try to find a good way to turn them on and off. I eventually put the executive console down the middle, and I figured that was as good a thing as any to use as a remote. Oh, and I actually put in a kitchen for this build. Well, because it's a house and it deserves a kitchen. Let's see. Oh, I put in store shelves, but I decided to put those in as sort of food storage in the house. And then I start populating the house with windows. I started off with having split level windows, but then I decided that I want windows that stretch from floor to ceiling, because those looked a lot better when I put them on the far right of the build. Okay, so after that, I decided I needed to install a pool. It was in my sketch, and I really was committed to putting in a pool. And making geysers fly out of the pool. That's also a plus. And then I had to go in and fix the shape of the island to, so the pool wasn't just hanging out over the ocean. That's what I was trying to say. You know, again, not a big deal. Then I landscape the left side of the island so I can add in a dock. I dumped most of the materials in my bag because it was just too much. But anyways, I throw in a dock, and yeah, that's about it. Oh, and I adjust the ramp there so I can put stairs. And then I bring a boat. Alrighty, well, I'm satisfied with how this build turned out. So we got to start off here with a dock, and we'll just move on up to directly into the house. So immediately you have a stairwell that goes down into the cellar slash kitchen. And we'll come in where somebody has broken our glass. Let me go look at my... There we go. But anyways, we walk right into the entryway, which has a stair... Well, it's not a stairwell, just stairs that go up into the bedroom and bathroom area up here at the top. Then we immediately come into the living room. Very open, very spacious. 2 TVs. Don't know why you would want 2 very large televisions, but I made it symmetrical. That's the only reason why I put 2. But anyways, you move into the formal dining area. Then the back patio out to the pool, which I put platforms across the top so you don't actually have to go into the pool. You can just walk around it, as it were. And then the beach on the other side. Let's come back. So we've got our study up here at the top. A little computer and some physical books. And then down here we have our fully furnished kitchen and a half bath down at the bottom for guests or somebody working in the kitchen. But yeah, that was about it. I mean, this was a fairly lengthy build. Well, for a one and done, it was a very lengthy build, but it looks fairly nice. I'm satisfied with how it turned out. Let's zoom out and see if we can capture the whole island. Isn't that nice? That That is just awesome. But anyways, that is going to be it for this build. If you like the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I am running a daily Starbound Let's Build series. If you have any suggestions, questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is, leave it in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.